Hello Zebraherd, welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey, Katrielle and the Millionaires Conspiracy Deluxe Edition. It'll never be not difficult to pronounce that whole thing. In the last episode, we got started with our adventure, and now we're gonna be moving out of this sort of courtyard area near Big Ben and moving up here to the foot of the Elizabeth Tower. See how things go. The clock tower housing Big Ben that presides over London. No entry without permission. Well, hopefully we can get some permission then. Yeah, we'll be trying to complete this case in today's episode, and then I think after this we'll do one case per episode. It was just the prologue sort of ate up some of our time as well. The entrance to the clock tower looks to be over there. Oh, the police officers seem to be examining something. Let's ask them what they found. Oh, okay, so there's lots of things to take a look at here. As per usual, I want to sort of look around for other things first. Now, we're so close to the tower, you can't actually see the clock faces, can you? It's not good for a dog to look up all the time. I might miss some food scraps. The detail on the facade, I think that's the right pronunciation of this, of the tower and the palace is quite extraordinary. Indeed. So I guess there really isn't too many other details to make note of, so we can just talk to, whoa, hold on, over this way. Apparently this style of architecture is called Gothic Revival. Huh. I don't think you can gain entry from the tower from inside the palace. Personally, all I'm looking for in a building is shelter. Give me a kennel and I'm happy, I'm serious. Give me a kennel. Oh, poor Cheryl. Anyways, let's talk to you. Hello, Miss, let me see. Oh yes, that's right, Miss Layton. Inspector Hastings mentioned you. He, yes, here it is. You're assisting with our investigations, I see. So we're to share information and resources. Thank you, officer, that will be very helpful. Another on-the-ball detective, is it? Yes, this is DC Nick Booker, one of Inspector Hastings' men. Nick Booker, thrown into the profession, was he? Perhaps you'd be so kind as to tell us what you've learned about the case so far. Yes, well, according to our inquiries, it seems there's been an outbreak of, a metal theft in the capital recently. Metal theft? Yes, I think that's what it says here. Yes, metal being stolen from factories and warehouses. Really? What on earth would anyone steal pieces of metal for? Some metals are valuable, Ernest, and thieves can sell scrap made from them for a high price. Yes, according to my notes here, the missing clock hand was made of, yes, here it is. A very valuable metal that would fetch a good price if sold. So we're continuing along this line of investigation. I see, metal theft. Well, thank you for your help, DC Booker. Don't mention it, madam. I'm just doing what it says here in my notebook. Can't blame you. So we have ourselves another hint, metal thefts, and that goes pretty simply, right there. Aha, you found a clue, metal thefts. So we'll read that really quickly. According to DC Booker, there's been a recent spate of metal thefts in the capital. Certain types of scrap metal sells for considerable sums of money. So we'll keep that in mind. So it looks like we got our motive at the least. Can I talk to you anymore? Will you have anything new to say? We're pursuing a line of inquiry linking this crime to a recent spate of metal thefts in the capital. It could be that the clock hand was taken for its scrap metal value. It's nothing new. Now let's talk to you. It looks like you're just trying to get some exercise in. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, hi there. Perfect weather for a run, isn't it? It must be a pleasant place for jogging here with all the green space. Yes, I love it. I've done 50 laps already today. 50? I'm good run, by the way. I've been running in cities all around the world. I just can't get enough. I like marathons and other events, but ordinary city streets are my favorite place to run. I just love exercising as I watch other people going about their business. I like doing puzzles to exercise my brain too, and to keep my mind off my aching muscles. I just came across a great one actually, try it. Oh, and we're just being tossed into a puzzle. Cool. I like how the puzzles are just sort of sprinkled in. I thought the game would be mostly puzzles, but it's also about crime solving and like chatting with people, so it's like more than I was expecting. Shoot bubbles from the cannon to burst all of the bubbles floating in the air. To pop bubbles, you need to form a chain linking bubbles of the same number horizontally and or vertically. The chain must contain at least as many bubbles as the number displayed on the bubbles in it. Press and hold A to pick up a bubble and move it into an empty space. Ammo is replenished after each shot, but you need to burst all of the bubbles within the maximum shot limit. To reposition an object in a new location, press and hold A over it to pick it up again and move it to where you'd like it to be. Just release A to place it in its new location. Some puzzles you can use L and R while you have A pressed down to rotate the object you're currently holding. The amount it will rotate varies from puzzle to puzzle. Okay. I think I might have just skipped info there. Whoops, if I did. Well, maybe it'll be in the memo. Oh no, what is this? Ah, hold on. Erase everything. What is this? This is weird. Okay, it's like a little thing where I can write notes. Maybe if I have to come back to this later. Anyways, that's actually really cool. I feel like that'd be more helpful. Oh, here we go. The bubbles on the left are the ones that have not been fired yet. Press and hold A over a bubble to pick it up and remove it. If you move a bubble over the board and then release A, the bubble will be fired from the cannon onto a square where you placed it. The number displayed on the cannon shows the number of shots available. Bubbles you have shot already are replenished, so you can shoot bubbles of the same number multiple times. There is a limit to the total number of shots the cannon can fire though, which is 8, or at least there it is. Okay, here it's 9. So I feel like I just need to wrap my head around this a little bit. Shoot bubbles from the cannon to burst all of the bubbles floating in the air. To pop bubbles, you need to form a chain linking the bubbles of the same number horizontally and or vertically. So sort of like Bejeweled in a way. So horizontally or vertically. So I could put the 3 right here, and that would be good. I can't move bubbles that are already there though. But I don't think I can do it diagonally, because that would change up a lot of stuff here. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe so. Let's just try the 3 first. So I can put this right there. And as you can see, it disappears. Interesting. So I could try to put a 4 here. Actually, whoa, okay. So it can get rid of clusters. So I could put one there, and that gets rid of that. Interesting. So I actually wasn't entirely wrong. I don't know if we'll be able to do this in the required amount. I might have to retry it. Yeah, I'm thinking I might. Why doesn't that work? Okay, that's weird. There we go. I'm a little confused. Why did that one not work at first? The chain must contain at least as many, oh, now I get it, I missed that part. The chain must contain at least as many bubbles as the number displayed on the bubbles in it. Gotcha. Press and hold A, okay. Is there any way to restart? Try again. There we go. That makes so much more sense. So I'm trying to make this effective then. And that could be a real challenge. I mean, this one's pretty easy to eliminate. I would love to put a 3 there. Obviously, that's gonna be a bit of a challenge unless I do this. So let's do that. Put a 5 here, and then I need to do another 5. There's no way around that, at least as far as I can see. So now I can do a 3 here, a 3 there, a 2 here, and perfect, this actually lined up perfectly. Okay, so it looks like I got it. 4 and 4. Perfect, okay.
This is an interesting one. Any mystery?
Puzzle solved.
Puzzle solved.
All right then, so 40 picarats for us. What do we do with picarats? I forgot. You did it, all of the bubbles have popped. If you don't get the order right, you run out of shots. So I guess there's really only one order to do it, and we chose the right one. That's very cool. Puzzle 3, Bubble Blast, has been added to the puzzle index. Yes, that's it, nice one. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, I'm ready to push on. Beat the pain. Good luck. So it looks like she didn't give us too much info, but she did give us a puzzle to solve. I'm going to stay in London for a while, I think. There are lots of places around the city where I'd like to run. I want to make sure I see as much as I can while I'm here. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. Bye then. She's still here. Can I talk to her again? This is a once in a lifetime event, right? Big Ben missing a hand. I'll have to do another 50 laps so I can really take it in. Okay, so really there's only one more person left to talk to, and it's, actually, what's this about? It's a coin, nice. So that's what I've been looking for. I do not see anything more. Oh, no, I think that's just this guy, yeah. Okay, so Well, we can also look at the door. So this is the entrance to the Elizabeth Tower. Gosh, a metal door. Did you hear that? If you knock on the door, it really echoes. Obviously, members of the general public aren't allowed in there. Hello, Miss Layton. Inspector Hastings has instructed us all to give you full cooperation. Wonderful, so I don't need to explain. Could you just tell us what you found so far? I'd be glad to, miss. We have ascertained that on the night in question, that being last night, there was no one here. No one at all? Not even a janitor or something? Correct, there's a room behind the large clock faces known as the clock room. However, this room was locked overnight. So is the clock tower always empty overnight? Except for when works are ongoing, yes. When the servicemen are in, they sometimes work late apparently. But last night, the servicemen knocked off early, it seems. So there was no one around who might have seen the thief. Sorry not to have better news for you. All right. Now we've spoken to the investigating officers, I think it's time we had a look inside the clock tower. But it's locked, isn't it? Should we talk to PC Beat, do you think? Excuse me, PC Beat. Would you be so good to as to allow us entry into the clock tower? Why, yes, of course, Inspector Hastings gave us instruction to cooperate fully with you, Miss Layton. Step right in. Thank you, we'll all come in if we may. I must warn you, it's one long staircase when you get inside. I hope your leg muscles are working. Oh, yes. Oh no, gonna go all the way up. That's fine with me. Let's get that workout in. Wait, yeah, okay, so I gotta go. Oh, here we go. Katrielle's bag. Use the directional buttons within Katrielle's bag to move the pointing cursor around. You can move the pointer around with using the screen, or around the screen using the left stick. When the Joy-Con is detached from the console. Okay, we know that stuff. When the pointer moves over an icon, the pointer finger cursor appears. Gotcha. Yep, so just different controls. I think we'll be fine. So we've solved 3 puzzles, we have 92 Picarats. Oh yeah, that's right, the Picarats are used to unveil things at the end of the story. So we have 12 of the 13 hint coins, and we've played for almost an hour. It's going up right now. So we'll check out, I think, the daily puzzles later in today's episode. I think we'll check out most of this stuff, but I would like to take a look at the journal. Kat keeps a journal as she carries out her investigations. Select the entry you'd like to read. So here's missing clock hand. Things are hectic at the agency already, and I've only just hung the sign. An amnesic talking dog, Cheryl, wants me to discover his true identity, and Inspector Hastings was hot on his heels with an urgent case. One of the hands of Big Ben is missing. And then when the hand was stolen, according to Inspector, the hand went missing sometime in a roughly 6-hour window between 11:50 last night and 6 a.m. this morning. Unfortunately, we have no witnesses. We'll ask the officers investigating the scene what they know and go from there. The police are continuing their own investigation at the Elizabeth Tower. They say there has been a spate of metal thefts in the capital recently. We also learned that the clock tower was completely empty last night. Time to go in and investigate for ourselves, I think. All right, well, we seem to be pretty good to go. Let us, oh, press the wrong button. Here we go. And go up to the clock room. The housing of the great clock mechanism in the Elizabeth Tower. Cool. Wow, this place looks very fancy. Lots of moving gears so that the whole thing works. Golly, what a lot of stairs. My feet are killing me. Ernest, Greaves, you should be ashamed of yourselves getting tired out so easily. You're panting harder than he is. Oh look, it's spectacular. I've never seen the internals of the clock tower before. Magnificent. Being inside such a huge and important landmark like this is rather splendid, isn't it? The clock face and the cogs are so enormous. Yes, it's quite exciting being allowed to inside a place that's off limits for most people. All right, you two, get over yourselves. I've just remembered something I forgot to mention before. Oh, what's that? Sometimes as you're investigating, you come across something unexpected. Unexpected, miss? Yes, as you're moving the magnifying glass around, you might notice a peculiar disturbance in some places, like a puff of dust almost. When that happens, be sure to investigate thoroughly, even if the magnifying glass hasn't turned orange. Look hard enough and you're sure to be rewarded. Oh, okay. So make sure you investigate all those nooks and crannies carefully. Let's give it a try now. So let's go to the place, yeah, like up here. And you've discovered the reddish wristwatch. It must be added, or it has been added to your collection. I don't know. I can't read correctly, apparently. A collection box has been added to the Katrielle's bag. There you can peruse items that you found during the course of your investigations. The items are unrelated to any particular case, they're just for fun, so enjoy them at your leisure. Well, that's cool. You never know what you might find while you're hunting for clues, so leave no stone unturned, Ernest. Not one, Miss Layton. Very good, so let's get back to the task at hand. Ah, I think perhaps that's a serviceman over there, look. Oh yes, you're right, let's go and ask him if he has any useful information for us. The collection feature has been added to Cat's bag. Oh, he's right here, okay. Well, before we talk to him, I definitely wanna poke around this area. Of course, we already found that thing right there. Oh, over this way, the gears. What enormous cogwheels. I suppose they're necessary to drive the huge clock hands. The machinery all seems to be working in order. Keep your paws well and away from the machinery, people. Those cogs bite. Definitely, it's very dangerous to be near moving gears. The mechanism is vast as well, isn't it? And it keeps ticking despite being one hand down. It's lucky there are 3 other faces showing the correct time. The people of London rely on Big Ben to know the time. Anything else to say, or will it just be the same thing again? Yeah, just the clock mechanism seems to be working fine. Over this way, is this the one with the missing hands? I think so, or hand. Both hands present and correct on this face at least. That would be a good puzzle, wouldn't it? I'm a face, but I have no eyes, no ears, and no mouth. I do have hands, however. What am I? As it happens though, there's a different puzzle here, look. Do you wanna try it? Well, I am the personal assistant of the great detective Miss Katrielle Layton, so I ought to tackle a puzzle or two from time to time. Oh, so it looks like he's doing the puzzle this time. Puzzle 4, Houses of Hanoi. You can get 35 picarats. A new design of house allows you to arrange the floors however you like. Just select the building to hoist off the topmost floor with a crane and move it to another plot of land. Your task is to make all 3 houses look as they appear on the plans. However, houses can only have up to 4 floors max. Okay, so this is the plan right here. So we only want 2 floors anyways. So they're sort of symmetrical. So I can pick one thing up and put it to the side for now. Okay, I'm sort of starting to get this. Obviously this is not what we're keeping with. But obviously we also need red to be at the bottom, so I sort of messed that up. You know what we could do is we could do this. I just need red to be at the top for right now so I can put it at the bottoms. Actually no, blue is supposed to be at the bottom. I'm being a dingus, okay. So this is actually perfect. And then we need yellow, and then we need pink. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad at all. I hope. Well, this is where it might get a little tricky. Yeah, definitely. Oh, for sure. So, it shouldn't be too bad though. All we need to do, how can I get this red at the top? I guess like this. Now things are starting to get pretty jumbled though, and that gets concerning. But I think we just got it. Seems about right to me. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool.
I have a feeling that perhaps
puzzle
still no
solved.
match on Miss Layton, of course.
Okay, well, there we go. We have 127 in total of the picarats. You did it, both houses look spot on. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed puzzles like that. So Houses of Hanoi has been added to our index. Good work, Pinstripes, you're clawing back some respect here. Why, thank you, Cheryl. Why, while merely a personal assistant to Miss Layton, I do hope to prove myself in the puzzle solving department. Okay, yeah. I really don't remember saying I wanted a personal assistant. Oh dear, miss, please don't reject me. Okay, well there's that done. That was cool just to sort of find. I guess you really gotta search everything because you don't wanna miss out on a puzzle. All right, so we found a hint coin from that. I haven't seen any other kind of like puff or smoke or anything like that. Oh, what's down this way? There's more machinery underneath us too. Don't get your paws caught in the mesh floor, Cheryl. We're safe though, Ernest. Gosh, don't look down. I didn't, I'm really wishing I had it now. So what about this one? The clock faces are so vast. It's really rather strange seeing them from the inside. But apart from the missing hand, there doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary. Anything else though? Nothing strange about this apart from the missing hour hand, obviously. Okay, so that really seems to be everything I can find. So let's talk to you. I like your little swirly glasses. Hey, what are you doing inside? No entry to public. It's all right, I'm from the Layton Detective Agency. The police have given us permission to investigate here. You're a surfaceman from the Great Clock, I take it? No, yes, I'm Hans Lipsky. If this is for missing hand, I already said to police everything I know. You people are drilling hole in my belly. Well, I'm sorry to ask you to repeat yourself, but would you mind telling us what you told the police, Mr. Lipsky? Lipsky? Can Lipsky? You can't help his name, Cheryl. There is nothing for telling. One hand went missing. I was already at my home. I don't know nothing. You went home early yesterday, I understand? Day before, I was working until after midnight fixing this clock, so yesterday I go home early. Was there anything unusual about the hand that was taken? It wasn't loose or misaligned or anything? No, I fixed it only 2 days ago, like I tell you. So it was previously having an issue before it disappeared. When I put it back, I make sure it is good fixed on. So I'm guessing what the issue is that something made it fall off again. Maybe it wasn't intentional to steal it, but once it was there for taking, somebody took it. I see, so there's no chance that the hand dropped off then. Well, I don't know about that. If it has a history of falling off, even if he fixed it, maybe he's just exaggerating, I don't know. Slipped out of your hands, perhaps. Police are already investigating everything in here around Clockface, but they find nothing and they have gone now. Yes, tell me, Mr. Lipsky, when did you notice that the hand was missing? Same time like everyone else. When I look out the window in the morning, I see missing hand. Oh, so where you live is inside of the clock tower and inside of the face with the missing hand, I see. No, yes, I am living close to here. On Chancellor Lane. Gosh, how extraordinary. The same street the agency is on. It's strange that we didn't notice the hand was missing ourselves. Exactly, I'm sure I remember seeing it when I looked at the clock tower this morning. Because you're looking at different face, it depends on where you are living. But as he said, we live on the same street as him. Fit the clue in the right place. This is recently repaired hour hand, and this goes down here. You found the clue, recently repaired hour hand. So we still have lots more to do and to solve. The clock tower serviceman Hans Lipsky claims he confirmed the hour hand was firmly attached or reattached after he repaired in the day before yesterday. Okay, I'm a little suspicious of him. I feel like he's leaving out details. Really, apart from the missing hour hand, nothing seems to be out of place. Golly, there are no clues at all. I would have expected to see some trace of the crime. After all, it's such a large object to make off with. We need more information. Let's go back down to the ground. There's something I'd like to ask Inspector Hastings. I knew this time would come, the descent. It's all right for you, but I'm taking my life in my paws climbing down these stairs. Ah, yes, with your short little legs. Get off. Now, Cheryl, it's safer this way. Ernest will carry you down. Won't you, Ernest? I will. Hey, what did you pull that face for? I haven't got fleas, you know. I didn't pull a face. Come along, no arguing. Just tread carefully, Ernest. Yes, miss. All right, so we're going down there now. Daily bonus, you've earned some fashion farthings. Farthings? I've never heard that word before. Once per day, you can obtain fashion farthings via the daily bonus. You can use fashion farthings you've saved up in the wardrobe section of Cat's bag to purchase outfits. However, be careful on changing your Nintendo Switch console's time because you won't be able to attain the daily bonus for a short while if you do. You found 3 fashion farthings. You might also uncover fashion farthings during the course of your investigations around London, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay, well, I believe we have already found everything in this room unless new things have popped up. So we've already found that. So I think we are good to go. So, well, we can take a quick look at the wardrobe. If you think it's time for Katrielle to put her current outfit in the wash, select change to have her put on something else in her wardrobe. Pick out an outfit for Katrielle and press A or change button to have her change into it. You can have Kat give you a slow twirl and inspect her get up more closely with X and Y. The outfit Katrielle is currently wearing is tagged with this label. Select exchange to buy new outfits. After picking out an outfit to buy, press A or select exchange to part with some fashion farthings and make the outfit yours. You'll come across fashion farthings while you're investigating, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay, so maybe we'll worry about that a little bit more once we're completed this case, because I do want to make my way through this as fast as we can. I also want to see if you have anything else to say. I fixed missing hand just 2 days ago, and I make sure it is good fixed on when I attach it to the clock again. But what was making it, can you give us like a diagnostic of why it was falling off in the first place? Was it poorly put on in the past? Were the bearings like treaded or whatever the saying is, you know? Anyways, a park at the foot of the Elizabeth Tower, popular to the public. Of course, we've been here before. There's Inspector Hastings, look. Even from the distance, I can see the furrows in his brow. Perhaps his investigation isn't going very well, miss? I don't think so far. Anything else to interact with though? I mean, same things as before, so it looks like there's nothing new. Yeah, all right. I mean, I can look at this again, but nothing new. Okay, well, let's talk to you again. Ah, Kat, what have you got for me? Who did it then? Who's the culprit? Please, Inspector, calm down. I'm still in the middle of my investigation. Oh, I see. I have a quick question for you, actually. According to Mr. Lipsky, your officers examined the clock face, is that right? Yeah, of course, I had them check the clock room, the clock face, and all around outside as well. But there are no clues, no fingerprints, nothing. There really are no traces at all, are there? Well, I had them take samples from the floor and the walls and from the clock face. They're being analyzed back at the yard now. When will the results be ready? Shouldn't be much longer, so what's your next move? I think we'll head back to Chance's Lane. We will? You mean we're going back to the office, Miss Layton? You can't do that, we haven't gotten anywhere yet. I need your full attention on this case, Kat. Inspector Hastings, please, you mustn't be so blinkered. Sometimes you have to take a step back in order to see the things for what they really are. Is that so? Yeah, so if you'll excuse us. Hey, you're not serious. So I guess we're leaving here. Are you sure leaving the scene is the best idea, Kat? I mean, if we've gotten all the information we can from the scene. Yes, of course, come along now. You two, let's get back to Chance's Lane. It's no distance, we'll be there in a jiffy on the bike. Oh yes, I should explain about how we move around during an investigation. Examining the bike with the magnifying glass is the best way to cover long distances. Select the destination and either press A or the move button to head that way. Oh, and you can also press plus or go by bicycle in relocation mode as well. It works in just the same way. The next place to visit in the terms of the investigation is highlighted with the exclamation mark in the relocation mode too. So your trusty bicycle will come in handy in investigation mode and relocation mode then, Miss Layton, splendid. Precisely, so back to Chance's Lane it is. But only she has a bike, everybody else has to run behind her. Is there anything new that these guys will say? The question is, what's the motive? Is this all part of an elaborate plot? God, it's a real stumper, this one, huh? Oh, what about you? There are all sorts of puzzles coming your way, but don't worry, just keep your head and take them one at a time. I will, thank you for the advice. Okay, so we're good, we'll ride the bike. A lively street in the heart of the city with an eclectic collection of shops. This is Chance's Lane. So as you can see, that's where we're supposed to be going. And we're on the move. Oh, that's so cute. Looks like Pokemon or something. I love the pixel art. Well, this place is really cool. And you can see the clock face. It's missing the hour hand. You've arrived at Chance's Lane Corner. Well, here we are, Chance's Lane Corner. There are a lot of interesting shops around here, aren't there? It's such a lively place. We're here for a mini break, are we? Good idea. First, let's have something to eat. Huh? You know, the old maxim, a rumbling tummy is a detective's downfall. No one says that. Of course they do, well, they should anyway. You know, thinking about it, I don't know this street very well at all, even though it's where the agency is located. This is the perfect opportunity to have a stroll down the lane and get better acquainted with our neighborhood. Walkies, eh? Well, at least I don't have to be on a lead. Oh, like a leash, I get it. Well, there's lots of people around here. So let's take a look at everything. Got some coins there. I definitely will look around for things first before I talk to people. Just seems like the easiest thing to do. Just sort of, it's very touchy. Oh, here we go. You've discovered the perplexing preserve. It's been added to your collection. Can I talk to this lady? I guess not. I just stole her jam. Ah, I love outdoor seating like this. What a lovely idea. Watching the world go by as you enjoy a cup of Earl Grey. That's the life. I want to sit on my side myself. People can be funny about dogs in restaurants. Okay, well, I don't mind it. As long as the dog is behaving just like all the other people in the restaurant. So there is this store right here, which I can't quite seem to interact with. It's not quite open right now. And of course we can see Big Ben up this way. Might as well investigate that. You can see the clock face with the missing hand from here. Poor clock, it looks like a lame animal with its missing hand. How are the people who live around here going to know what time it is? I don't know. I guess they should get a watch. Well, for right now, they can look at the other side right here, so we'll be okay. Well, what was that? Up here in the window. We got something. Well, who knew? I was just sniffing around and suddenly I found a puzzle at the end of my muzzle. That's cool. That happened, Cheryl. Puzzles get everywhere, you see. And seeing as you found it, you can solve it. Why me? Because. Oh, why me? I thought he meant like, why me? I don't know. Because I want to see if you're worth keeping on. Go on, see if you can, pound it out. So I guess we can also find some hidden puzzles. This is puzzle 5, Alien Attack. Whoa. Use a special beam cannon to wipe out the fleet of UFOs that have appeared over the streets of London. Each UFO has a number on it, and this is the number of times you must hit it to destroy it. All UFOs must be destroyed. Each beam has enough energy to travel along one line only. You can choose the direction of the beam, but you cannot travel along the same line twice. To fire, select where you want like the beam to travel. Okay, so. Interesting. So like, as you can see, I guess I could do something? Oh, okay, hold on. So I can have it move here. I'm a little confused. Gotta be honest. So, okay. So I can't go back this way, as you can see. That's sort of the thing. That is definitely peculiar. So I could zigzag like this, but that's where it becomes an issue. Yeah, because I ran out of spaces. So can we try again? This one will certainly take some experimenting. But so far, so good. Yeah, let's do this. Ah, here we go. Almost. We're getting there. So yeah, let's try again. Definitely do this. Then we might as well do that. I think that's a little bit better than last time. And there we go, okay, we did it. Sorry, I had to sort of tinker with it, but we got it.
Got some bite.
Puzzle solved. I like. I like how they all have their own little thing that they can solve the puzzle with. Like, that's just really cool. You did it. You restored peace to the city. Focusing your attacks on the UFO with the highest number while attacking the surrounding UFOs was the key to destroying the whole fleet. I agree. So we got quite a lot of picker outs for that one. Heh, that's a walk in the park for a hound like me. Oh, jolly good, Cheryl. You can solve puzzles on top of everything else, top dog. Yes, very impressive, Cheryl. I can see you're going to be very useful. I don't like the sound of that. It means more chores. So yeah, there'll even be hidden puzzles that we have to find. So we have to be very, very certain. There's the bike if we need it. And nothing along that way. So I think we're good to start talking to people. So let's start with this like waiter kind of guy. Oh look, what a lovely terraced area this restaurant has. Ciao, Bella. Can I take your order, signorina? Haha, thank you. Golly, he's a little overfamiliar, isn't he? Just before we order, I wonder if I could ask you something. Has there been anything unusual happening around here recently? Anything unusual? Well, a lot of cutlery has been going missing lately. Forks and spoons and things. Oh yes, and a silver tray as well. So it looks like maybe the person stealing the hand might be looking for silver? You mean they were stolen? I cannot say. There were no signs of breaking and entering and no cash taken. So it doesn't seem like a burglary exactly. I see, well thank you. Now, would it be all right if I ordered? I'd like the squid ink spaghetti with the fetid herb salad on the side, please. Sounds delicious. And then the chef's ominous omelette. Special. The risotto and the mushroom surprise gnocchi, please. All at the same time. And they say dogs have eyes bigger than their bellies. For a minute there, I actually thought you were attempting some serious sleuth work. What did I just tell you, Cheryl? An empty stomach is a detective's worst enemy. Okay, I must go and write all that down before I forget. Okay, so we do get another piece of the puzzle. Missing cutlery, which I'll put here. So we have any details on that one? Cutlery and other silverware has been going missing at a restaurant on Chancer Lane, possibly related to the recent metal thefts in the capital. Okay, so we only need 2 more hints to go. Anything new to say? I wish we could have seen, all the food she got. The only unusual thing I can think of that's been happening is disappearing cutlery and silverware. Gotcha. What about this guy? Looks like a sailor. Arr, this place serves the best seafood in town, so it does. I've sailed the 7 seas, and this place tops them all. Now I've had a belly full, I suppose I should be heading. Gotta get back to work. Let's see, what time's Big Ben got? Ah, good, at least it's not the Banjack's clock face in view from here. That would have been just my luck. Especially seeing as how I'm after losing me watching everything, I really rely on the old clock tower now. Gosh, the missing hand of the clock is already inconveniencing people, it seems. Exactly, which is why we need to be pushing on with the investigation, not sampling the menu. Ah, that was absolutely delicious. I do believe I may be full. Maybe? You just ate for 4. Stop making out that I'm a glutton. You and Ernest shared the food too. Yes, and it was yummy. Well, anyway, shouldn't we be getting back to the investigation now? Good idea, Cheryl. We simply have to recover that hand before Ambassador Fudafafa's visit tomorrow. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've satisfied our appetites, yes, but now we've enjoyed a meal. There's something that must come before anything else. Dessert! You want more? Well, there is a nice looking cake shop up further up the street. Yeah, right there. Yes, you're right, Ernest. I've admired their cakes through the window for too long. I'd already made up my mind to pay the place a visit before long, and this is the perfect excuse. We're never going to find that hand in time. Oh, so we're just going right up the street just like that. Oh, I love how adorable this game is. So it doesn't look like there's, oh wait, oh, okay, there's something here. I smell sugar even from here with my nose. Everything looks delicious. I want to sample it all. Oh yes, I always have a peek in that window when I go past. Okay, Well, then that definitely seems to be everything. So let's double check Kat's journal. Looks like there's some new additions, maybe? Yeah, so Hans Lipsky, the serviceman. Inside the clock room, which houses the great clock mechanism, we met serviceman Hans Lipsky, who claims he left the tower early yesterday evening. No signs of breaking and entering or theft at all. We must consult the police officers again. Inspector Hastings also scoured the clock room, but before no trace of the intruder or the missing hand. He apparently took samples from the room and the clock face, which are currently being analyzed. I've decided we should return to the Chancellor Lane for now. Lots of lovely shops on Chancellor Lane. I decided we should take a break from the grind of the case for lunch at a restaurant. It seems Cutlery has been going missing from there recently, more metal theft. Now full, we are heading to Lipsky's Patissiere for dessert. Lipsky's, okay, so this is the same as the clock fixer guy. All right, let's go up this way then. Lipsky's Patissiere, I don't know how to pronounce it. If that was correct, awesome. If not, I'm sorry. Where master confectioner and baker Lipsky sells his wares. But this is a different Lipsky. I suppose so. Smell that delicious sweet scent. Seeing all these tasty treats lined up before my eyes is making my tummy rumble. You're hungry after that 10-course meal? You know what they say, Cheryl, there's always room for dessert. Now let's investigate all the tempting offerings they have on sale. How about investigating the case? Oh, I say, that pastry chef looks awfully familiar. Do we know him from somewhere? Oh yeah, see, he's just like the clock fixer. Hello, looking to take a little something on tooth, eh? But he can't decide what. This is Alex Lipsky. Okay, so I'm guessing they're like twins. Ah, you're the serviceman from the clock tower. That's it, yes, Mr. Lipsky again. So you run a cake shop as well as being a technician for the clock in Elizabeth Tower? You must be rather busy. Of course I do not. I'm Alex Lipsky, running the patisserie, okay. Is my only job. You mistaken me with my twin brother Hans. He is working in Big Ben, not me. Oh, I see, you have a twin. Well, that explains it. How extraordinary bumping into both of you on the same day. And how interesting that you've both gone into such different lines of work. No, yes, at first maybe Baker and Technic look poles apart, but there are more similarities than you think. Really? What kind of similarities? We must both be good with hands. We have always had skills to work with complicated things since we were young boys. My Bratsy works with clocks, I work with cakes. But we both must work with our heads and our hands in the same way. It does sound like you both have chosen very difficult professions. No, yes, anyway, you are coming here to buy cakes, not to talk, I think. Please take a look and tell me what you want. Thank you, we will. We'll have a good look around at everything. So, oh, and there's somebody else here too. So let's first take a look at everything. Got all these different pastries. Oh, just look at all those buns and cakes, desperate to be eaten. I can't quite reach the catch. Can one of you open it for me? We should buy cakes from here for the office, especially when clients are visiting. Oh, that'd be nice. Always good to have some good hospitality. Nothing else too much happening around here. I'll talk to you in a moment. There's a giant bear. What does it say? What a strange place to find a big teddy bear like this. It's so sweet, isn't it? But then it is in a sweet shop, ha ha ha. That was terrible, Ernest. Truly terrible. Sorry, anyway, I suppose it's just here as a decoration, is it? No, Ernest, I mean, it was absolutely awful. Truly awful. Well, you'll just have to grin and bear it. Oh, wait a minute though. There's something strange about this bear. Ha ha ha, that is not bear. That is one of my cakes. Really? It's not a real bear? I had no idea. You can't tell at all, it's so realistic. Is everything in here actually one of your creations? No, yes, everything you see in my shop is cake or pastry made by me to look like something from everyday life. Well, I can see that you have a rare talent, Mr. Lipsky. It is my fun to see how much like real thing I can make my creations. I use all different ingredients from around the world to make things look exactly like life. At this moment, I experiment with wafer. Well, your efforts are certainly paying off, Mr. Lipsky. These creations are capital. No, yes, my customers like it. They want these cakes for presents for their friends and for parties. Bear is made mostly from wafer as well, and yes, they are chocolate. Wow, I'm so impressed. Let's have more of a look around, miss. Is there anything else to see though? I'm still finding it hard to believe this teddy bear is actually made from wafer. Yeah, okay, wait, that's gonna be the same thing. Okay, so there's that investigated. Oh, here we go. You've discovered multicolor macaroon. It's been, you gotta pay for that, you know. Oh well. Aren't these pretty? These cupcakes with the beautiful rose toppings? Gosh, they're almost too beautiful to eat. These must have taken an age to make, so long to knock up, so quick to wolf down. Okay, so. Oh, here we go, here's a little like rose vase. So this is also a cake. Mr. Lipsky said that all the ornaments and decorations in the shop were cakes that he'd made, didn't he? Which presumably means that these flowers aren't real flowers, doesn't it? Yes, you're quite right, Ernest. Well, on closer inspection, they are actually made from icing sugar or something. I wonder what they taste like. Probably like icing sugar. Personally, I don't really like that. Just eating pure sugar like that just doesn't make me feel good. Miss Layton, no, you can't possibly take a bite out of such a beautifully made object. Miss Layton, you mustn't eat the decorations in here. They're works of art. All right. Well, there's a little cuckoo clock. Is this also a cake? Oh, the clock is a cake as well. That explains why the hands aren't turning. It is hard to tell, isn't it? I genuinely thought that it was a real clock at first. I'm starting to develop a theory that maybe, oh, well, okay, I can do motion controls, look at this. Anyways, I'm starting to develop a theory. What if, this is ridiculous, but the brother stole the clock hand because he wants to get the medals, and in a quick action, they needed to replace it to make it look like they didn't steal anything. So the brother made a cake replica of the clock hand, but of course, over time, it just sort of fell apart and fell off the clock. And then, I don't know, maybe the birds ate it or something, and then it's gone. So that would mean that would be an obvious no barrier or breaking and entry theft. Anyways, we got other things to experiment with. Is this a cake? No, that's a coin. You found a hint coin, cool. I will definitely need that sooner or later. Oh, here we go. What a fine selection of cakes. I don't know how you'd ever choose between them. Just get them all. One of those would be perfect to serve up with tea for your afternoon snack, miss. Forget slices. Slices are for pups. I want the whole capoodle. All right. So, what is this? It's just another hint coin, cool. This is definitely much faster. Oh, is this a puzzle? Maybe? These shelves are full of all the marvelous ingredients Mr. Lipsky uses for his baking, look. It all seems to be very complicated. Apparently, even the slightest difference in the amount of sugar can result in total failure. Oh yes, miss, you must have extremely good attention to detail, rather like what's required for this puzzle. Here we go. So, let's take a look. Puzzle 7, failing scales. We can get 50 picarats here. Here are 2 sets of digital scales. Their displays are both broken in the same place. So the bottom left part of the number doesn't show up. For example, the number 6 would appear as number 5. The sugar being weighed is showing up 1 gram heavier than it is on the left-hand scales, and 1 gram lighter than it is on the right-hand scales. What is the actual number of grams of the sugar on both sets of scales? So on the left hand, it's 1 gram heavier. On the right hand, it's 1 gram lighter. So let's think about that. If it was 8, that would make the most sense, because here, no, never mind, I'm being wrong. Because the whole number's lit up. So if it was 1, that wouldn't make any sense because you couldn't be 1 gram lighter here. Like you'd be able to see that this is 1. So if it was 2, it would just sort of be this weird broken number. If it was 3, it'd be fine. If it was 4, it'd be fine. If it was 5, it'd be fine. If it was 6, it would look like 5. It would be 1 less. But here, it wouldn't be. So like, I don't really understand the question. Well, I think it's a different number on both sides. Is that the idea? Yeah, okay. So in this one, it's supposed to be 6, but it's actually 5. Well, no, that's what this one is. Gotcha. And same thing with this one. This one's supposed to be 8, but it says 9 because it's supposed to be 1 gram lighter than it is. Okay, maybe I'm getting it mixed up. 1 gram heavier than it is on the left-hand scale, so yeah. So this is 8, but it shows 9, and this is 6, but it shows 5. So what is then 8 plus 6? That is 14. So let's put that in. 1, 4. Okay, let's hope. Did I get it right?
In conclusion,
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't entirely sure.
Me neither. All right, well, we got it done. We get 50 picker rats for that, so we have 222 in total. You did it. The actual weight of the sugar was 8 grams on the left-hand scales and 6 grams on the right-hand scale. So now that you see like the colored picture, it sort of makes a little bit more sense. Maybe it's time to get those scales fixed. I agree. Puzzle 7, failing scales has been added to the index. Oh, brava, miss. I think a cake is in order to celebrate that little victory. Sadly though, it'll have to wait until after the investigation, I think. I thought that's the whole reason we were here, was to get cake. Anyways, that's really looking like everything around here then. So I think for right now, we'll talk to this little girl. These cakes are simply divine and so beautifully presented too. Alex really is so talented. He can make a cake in any shape you care to think of, you know. It all looks so sumptuous. I can never decide what to buy. I think I'll have one of these. No, yes, no, yes, or maybe. No, yes, when I come here, I always end up mimicking the charming way Alex speaks. Anything else to say? Alex is such a talented man creating all these incredible cakes and pastries. So I don't think there's anything more. So we're going to talk to you. Have you made your decision? Oh, it's so hard. Everything in here looks so tasty. By the way, Mr. Lipsky, did you know that the hour hand of one of the clocks in Elizabeth Tower has gone missing? No, yes, I know. Of course, my Bratzy is worried about this. Yes, Hans said that he was hoping to have it repaired as soon as possible. He cannot relax if clocks are not running as they should. No, naturally, I understand how he feels. So, you have decided what you like? Oh, I'm sorry, we were so busy admiring all your wonderful decorations. Yes, I think I'll go for some of your profiteroles. I don't know what that is. Please. No, yes, but you have to wait a short time if you don't mind. I always make my profiteroles fresh. I only put cream into cases when they are ordered, never before. That way cases remain crisp, like they should be. Oh, I'm licking my lips already. Good, then I go in kitchen and make for you. Please wait here. Picked up a scent, cat? Actually, the rubbish bin there has caught my eye. Ooh. There's some shredded paper in there. It could do with being emptied, couldn't it? All the rubbish is spilling out. Yes, which seems out of place in such an elegant shop. It looks like it's mostly paper in there. Perhaps we should investigate? Okay, so right here. Oh, another puzzle. Maybe we have to put it back together? There's lots of shreds of paper in the bin. It's a sketch of something. By the look of it, I wonder what. You can't tell with the paper all in pieces like that. No, we'll have to do something about that. Well, let's solve it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's mostly illegal to dig into somebody's trash, but the law knows no bounds when it comes to mysteries or something. Okay, this one will be 40 pick rats. There are some pieces of paper in the bin with something drawn on both sides. Put them back together as one sheet and work out what the pictures show. Press and hold A to pick up a scrap of paper and move it around in the frame. Take care not to overlap any pieces and note that you can't move the pieces that are already in position. You can flip scraps of paper over by pressing L or R while you're holding them. Okay, that might be important. Oh, I see. Interesting. This looks like it fits together almost. I'm not gonna put it down just yet. I wanna take a look at everything. Because obviously there's sort of two almost blueprints going on. It definitely looks like a squid of some sort. If you see this here, that fits in perfectly. And what about this here? No, definitely something like this. Maybe not quite there though, we'll wait for that one. This almost seems right, but also not really. I feel like right here would be perfect, but I guess not. I think this is, yeah, this is correct here. Perfect. Aha, like this, maybe? Oh, I don't know. I wanna leave that for now, because that didn't seem like it matched up perfectly. Okay, here we go. It didn't like that though. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there was just something in the way. Whoa, what are you doing? Not what I wanted. There we go. That's not right. I don't quite know what to do with that piece. That piece we're just gonna leave. That's clearly not right. Let's move this out of the way, because I think those were overlapping, yeah, okay. How is that? Okay, so now this is sort of starting to piece together a bit more. Ah, I see. And then this goes right here. I mean, that seems correct to me.
This should do it, I think.
Puzzle solved!
Any puzzle solved.
Okay, very cool. We're doing pretty good with the puzzles. You did it. Putting the pieces of paper back together showed a recipe for some bread in the shape of a squid. On the back is something that looks like the hand of a clock. Oh, you're in trouble now. What's going on with this, Oh look, you can see what it is now. It looks like some kind of recipe for squid bread apparently. Ugh, that sounds really unappetizing to me, and I'm a dog. Look at the back though. What's this on the back? There's something drawn on the back as well. Let's see, it's the missing hand of the Elizabeth Towers clock. And there are instructions about how to make it too. It's a blueprint, miss. What the devil is a blueprint of a hand of Big Ben doing in the rubbish bin of Alex Lipsky's Patisserie? I think we'll keep a hold of that particular piece of rubbish. A cat stealing from the bin? Isn't that a little bit of a cliche? This could be a vital clue, Cheryl. And I think it's safe to assume it's no longer something Mr. Lipsky wants. Oh, and here's the man himself, look. Maybe we should keep this quiet for now. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here are your Lipsky special profiteroles. Oh, thank you so much. No, yes, thank you. I hope I see you again sometime. I'm sure that you will. Goodbye now. Good, now we've taken care of dessert, I think it's time we headed back. Finally, back to the matter at hand. So, as you can see, we get clue number 5. Clock hand blueprint goes right there. And we can read about that. Pieced together from scraps of paper found in the rubbish bin in Lipsky's Patisserie. I can't. Sketched on the back of a recipe was a drawing of the clock hand. Okay. So I don't see too much else going on around here, so let's skedaddle. Maybe we should also take a look at the journal, because I know she'll have at least one more thing. Lipsky's Patisserie. Alex Lipsky, who owns a patisserie, is the twin brother of Hans, the serviceman from the clock tower. His shop is full of extremely realistic edible models of different items. We also pieced together a drawing from some ripped up paper found in the bin. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up, we're going back down this way. Or maybe I need to go to the bike. Don't know exactly what it's asking me. Okay, all right, Kat, where to next? You've done the restaurant and the cake shop. Please tell me you're in full now. Yes, I couldn't eat another thing. So let's carry on down Chancellor Lane. If we keep heading north, we'll arrive back at the office. Ooh, I know what you're thinking, Mess. We're stopping in for a quick strategy meeting, aren't we? To discuss our next move. Wrong, there's a lovely little boutique shop next to Layton Detective Agency. I thought we could have a peek. Have a peek? A boutique shop, miss? All right, that's enough, Cat. Get your mind back on the job. Come on, Ernest, back me up here. Well, if Miss Layton wants to find even more delightful clothes to wear, then I'm all for it, actually. Ugh, give me strength. Come along, the boutique awaits. Okay. Well, she's not always the most productive, but as long as she gets the job done, which I feel like she is over time, let's move down again, right over here. So this is outside the Layton Detective Agency, further down in one of the quieter parts of Chancellor Lane. I love how quaint this whole area is. It's very relaxing. Well, here we are outside of the Layton Detective Agency, so where's the boutique shop? It's just next door, come along. Are you really a detective? I'm starting to have my doubts. Will it be open, do you think, miss? Perhaps it's closed for the day, if it's just a small shop. You could be right, Ernest. Well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, well, there's a number of people out here. So let's first, as per usual, take a look around. Okay, the motion controls are a little weird. And you can see the broken one, or the missing one, but the clock face you can see from here has its hour hand intact, look. The Elizabeth Tower is such a symbol of the city, isn't it? You can see it from almost anywhere. Time means nothing to me. I get up when the sun rises and sleep when it sets, and you know, a few times in between. Okay, well, definitely take a good look at everything else. Take a look at the roofs, maybe. Anything of interest up here? Little balcony. Not looking like anything. Sorry if I'm like shaking the screen everywhere sometimes. Oh, there's a window. I love the outfits on display in the window here. I try to make it obvious, but I'm not really up on fashion. I don't see any dog clothes for sale. It's all penguin suits everywhere I look. Why do penguins get all the attention? Oh, what about this? Oh, hey, lots of coins. You found 10 hint coins. That was cool. Okay. And this guy's in a bunny suit for some reason. There's a fire hydrant I can't really interact with much. Oh, closed for the day. Did you notice this little sign? I think dog flaps would be obligatory. Should be obligatory everywhere. It's very important to lock up when you're out. I don't want any crimes to investigate, especially on our own doorstep. That'd be bad. That wouldn't really be a good look. So it doesn't look like there's anything like mysterious that I can interact with, that I've seen, like any puffs of smoke or anything. There's another clock right here. Okay, well there's that. We'll go ahead and start talking to people, like this old lady. Oh, were you hoping to buy something in the Lucky Clover? Well, I was hoping to browse it at least. Of course you were, my dear. It's run by a lady called Clover Price. She manages the place all on her own, you know. She stocks the most beautiful clothes, and the hats and accessories are delightful too. But since it's just her running the place, her opening hours are rather hit and miss. She's very lucky to be able to pick and choose when she works. She really is a lucky Clover. You don't know anything about her, Cat. Keep your muzzle out of other people's business. Miss Price doesn't have fixed opening hours. You never know if the shop is open or not. You just have to turn up and hope. All right, we'll do that in a moment. For right now, let's talk to this cat. Can the cat talk too? Meow. Oh, a little cat. It looks like a stray, aw. Perhaps it's lost, do you think? Poor mite. We'll have to help it find its owner. Oh, it's a puzzle. Here we go. Okay, so 35 pick rats are in it for us this time. This is a ladder lottery. You need to add horizontal lines to it in order to reunite the lost little ones with their mothers. What is the minimum number of horizontal lines you need to add? Select the box to input your answer. For an explanation on how ladder lotteries work, press X or select the menu button underneath the puzzle picture. Select the answer from the frame to display the input screen for entering letters and numbers. After confirming, you'll see what you have written appear in the answer frame. To change your answer, simply select the answer frame again. So here we go. With ladder lotteries, you start at the top and follow a vertical line down to the bottom. When you hit a horizontal line, you must go along it. And when that hits the next vertical line, you start following that one down. Okay, so I have seen these before. There's like a mini game in like Mario 64 DS. But anyways, just to catch people up if they don't know, horizontal lines are left to right while vertical lines are up and down. So, as you can see, what we need to do here is get each baby to their parents. So like, that can be very tricky. Because we could have a line here, right? But that's where things can get very messy. If we have a line here and the bear goes down, and say we have another line, I wish we could actually, well, we can, keep in mind, menu, memo. Aha! So this might be useful. If we go like this and go like that, that's perfect for the baby bear. It'll go down, and there's that. But also, the little blue bird has to now go down here. That's not right, that's not what we want. So we need him to go like that. But now the bunny is going this way. We don't want that either. The bunny has to go this way. But then the monkey isn't quite going the way it's supposed to. It needs to go down like this. So let's see how things match up. That actually might be the solution. Because the bear would go down, down, and down, just like that. The blue bird would go like this. The bunny would go like that. Monkey goes down there. And then, yeah, just down this way. Okay, perfect. Seems good to me. Wait, actually, hold on. I need to count that. So how many lines is that? Because I'm pretty sure that we couldn't do it in any fewer. And this is 5 lines in total. So we're gonna go back. And we are going to enter 5 and see if that's correct. Submit.
So, in conclusion...
Yeah, we did it, awesome!
Layton, of course.
35 Picarats for us, we're almost at 300. You did it. They all look very pleased to see their mothers. So they actually did it in like a different order, but basically the same idea. There are several ways to place the 5 horizontal lines. Yep, that's what I just mentioned. Very cool. So that's puzzle 10 solved. Meow, meow. I don't think it was lost at all. No, I'm sure you're right, miss. It doesn't actually look like a kitten. I was worrying for nothing. Well, it was just still good to solve a puzzle. Let's talk to this guy now. I think you'll find this place was empty until recently, but someone set up shop here now. Layton Detective Agency, it says on the sign, see? Open bracket. In other words, a snoop service, close bracket. You can't trust detectives if you ask me. They're as bad as the master criminals. Criminals? They're supposed to investigate. Well, you can trust the Layton name. The agency's motto is, any mystery solved. I make it my personal mission to get to the bottom of any and every conundrum that my clients throw at me. You're the detectives? Oh, Bob, you're such an idiot. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Poor Bob. It's all right, please feel free to come in for a consultation if there's anything we might be able to help with. Okay. I had no idea you were the detectives from this agency. You must think I'm a real toad for what I said before. No, it's okay, everybody makes mistakes. What about you? Sangria's famous papanos, I think. Special price just for you, see? Papanos. Papanos? I'm sure I've seen you before somewhere, loitering around suspiciously. I'm not suspicious, I'm Benny. Anyone wearing an outfit like that needs treating suspiciously. Papanos are the special souvenirs from my homeland, Sangria. If you have a papano, they say you get good luck forever. They say your dreams come true. They say you'll be eternally happy. I mean, eternal happiness? I mean, obviously, you can be happy a lot of the times, but without being sad or upset occasionally. What really is happiness? It's all perspective. Gosh, it sounds almost too good to be true. I think we'll have to decline, I'm afraid. We're in the middle of an important investigation at the moment. No, don't say no. If you don't like my papanos, how about a puzzle? Oh, he seems a little upset. Puzzle number 9. Okay, so we sort of did things out of order, but that's fine. This one's worth 20 Picarats. The colors of the paints are representing the appearance of something. Apparently, one of the colors can be seen every day, but which one isn't? A is black, B is blue, and C is white. Choose one of them. Some puzzles are multiple choice with answer buttons like A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Select an answer with the button to indicate that's your answer, then press plus to submit, or the submit button to see if you are right. There are some puzzles where you need to select multiple answers. Select each answer to push that answer button down. Then press submit button to see if you were right. If you change your mind about an answer, simply select that answer button again to clear it. I'm a little confused. The colors of the paints are representing the appearance of something. Apparently, one of the colors can be seen every day, but which one isn't? I'm guessing if it's every day, you can't really say that about the blue sky, because there are days where it's rainy and it's gray, it's not blue. So you can't say that. Black makes sense because even on the darkest of days, you're still gonna see these because they're the darkest thing, unless it's a weird nighttime day. But even then, you're still seeing dark, so that makes sense. And now white, I feel like that you wouldn't always see the clouds, so I think it's A. Let's find out.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah, okay, we got it.
Any puzzle solved.
And I'll explain the reasoning just in case I guess we guessed, so we know. You did it, the paint colors are representing the appearance of the sky. Black is the night sky, blue is the sky on a clear day, and white is the sky on a cloudy day. The color that can be seen every day regardless of the weather is the black of the night sky. Indeed. All right, well, we got that done. Pretty quickly, I might add. So puzzle number 9 is in our index. Fantastic, you got it right. Well, I think for that, you should have a Sangrio Papano. Really, for free? For 2/3 of normal price? Oh, no thank you. No? Why does no one want to buy my Papanos? I came such a long way from Sangria to sell my Papanos all over the world. I was sure Londoners would like them, but nobody shows any interest at all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like to buy a Papano to cheer me up? No. Doing business like this is not easy. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can help in some way. Papanos, anyone for Papanos? Don't say Papa no, thank you. Say Papa Papano in my pocket. Okay. This won't give me any more coins. So let's go ahead and knock on the door and see if they're open. The door won't budge. It looks like it closed today after all. Oh, bother. Sorry, miss, but at least you can easily come again another day, seeing as it is it's right next door to the office. But I'm in the mood for shopping now. You think it's really closed? You don't think the owner will open up for me? No one to give up, cat. Dearie me, you young tearaways never look where you're going, do you? Sorry? Just look at that puddle at your feet. Oh goodness, you're right, my shoes have been ruined. Or would have been ruined. Thank you, madam, I'm very grateful. Oh, don't mention it. Swede? I don't know what that is. It's terrible for getting wet, isn't it? It's funny that there's only a puddle here and nowhere else. I wonder why. There's nowhere for that water to drain away. Of course, that's the trouble. Speaking of which, there's a fun little conundrum I know about drains. I wonder if you've come across it before. Okay, so we're doing another puzzle, back-to-back puzzle action going on right now. And this is puzzle 8, so I literally did all 3 of them in opposite order. This is the pipe nightmare. The puzzle is worth 40 picarats. Here is some very complicated pipe work. If you turn on the correct 2 valves out of the 8 valves at the top, the water will flow out of all the exit pipes at the bottom. If the pipe splits into 2, the water will flow both ways, but only in a downward direction. Select a valve to open or close it and decide which pipes you'll send the water down. Work on which 2 valves are the correct ones to get the water to all exit pipes. Wow, this really is complicated. Because it can only go down. So, for example, it can go down this way, but it can't go up here or up there. So I think for this one, like if I were to select it, it won't visually tell me what's going on. So what I think our best bet here is to pull out the memo again. I love this memo feature though, it's great. Can I change my color? I can. So this is perfect actually. Then I can see exactly what I need. I don't know what was with the big circle there. Oh, I think because I chose the stamp. So this will be perfect because then I can, with each color, I can mark where they'll go. So I know for a fact it'll go down this way. Sorry, my ease of use of this is a little difficult with hooves, but I'm trying my best, I promise. So that will go down like this, and like that. So the thing with C is that it'll give me all the results that A gave me. So I don't think there's any reason to select C, because it's equal as A, but not as good, because we have a little extra. What I do wanna see though, we'll change our color now to like this pink, is that B will go down here, and it'll also go down this way, and a couple more ways. So it covers nearly just as many spots as A does. So B covers 1, 2, 3, 4, and A covers 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, not specifically those same pipes, but it covers 4 separate pipes. So that one's pretty good. And I'm glad that we've already eliminated one with C. Next up, we'll do orange for D, and D going down this way, once again, just like with C, isn't much of a value, but down this way, it also isn't much. That isn't already provided by the other one. So I'm going to cross out D for sure. Now E, we'll give you the greenish one. E leads to a number of different places. It goes down this way. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm very uneven. And it leads to one that's not very useful if A is on, and then it leads down this way. So it leads to like some obscure spots, but nothing too crazy. I don't think I'm going to eliminate it just yet. I mean, it might still be worth considering these, but I doubt it. I mean, maybe. Like now that I'm looking at D, like maybe that would be better. Because what would D, here, let me write off D. Maybe I really should, because like C is exactly what A is, but less. But D is actually a little bit more. I shouldn't write that off so soon. Because D would go, obviously same thing with A, down this way and this way. This is quickly getting complicated, but I think you get the idea. So D would cover 3 spots. Nothing too crazy, but good to keep in mind. E covers a lot more than that, it seems. It also covers the center pipe, and it's the first one to do so. And it also covers all of this, okay. So E is a pretty effective one because it covers 3 of them, 4 of them actually, but one of them is pretty obscure. And then we got this darker green for F, so that would lead down this way, and it basically would follow orange at that point. So we would know that it would cover, just like D does, it would cover, well actually it would cover here and here. I'm just gonna make this marker so we know. Save myself a little bit of time and energy. And then it goes down this way and it leads to that pipe again. Huh, so F isn't super effective. Sort of a similar situation with G now, if it goes just like that. So it really only covers 1 pipe. I'm thinking that will cross G out. And then H finally is in a similar situation to G, where it's just going to go down and go to the right, and that's it. So I think we can cross out H. So our selection left is E, F, A, and B. Now E is a guaranteed here, because we can only choose 2, right? Yes. E is guaranteed. Why E is guaranteed is because it's the only one that reaches this pipe down this way. And E also reaches A, or reaches, okay, there's pipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it reaches pipe 1, 4, 6, and 7. So maybe over this way, what I can do is E equals 1, just so I can remember. 4, sorry, it's super tough to write with this. 6, and 7. So what we're looking for is one that will cover 2, 3, 5, and 8. And that's looking like B? B covers 2, B covers 3, B covers 5, B covers 8. Okay, so it's going to be B and E. We got it, we solved it. So, B and E. So the memo feature is invaluable with its helpfulness. And that's it, I think.
Should do it, I think.
Yep,
Any mystery,
puzzle solved.
Any puzzle solved.
40 picker ouch for us. I'm really glad with how well we're doing with these puzzles. You did it. Turning on valves B and E makes water come out of all exits. Now all of the pipes have water flowing through. These cases take a lot longer to solve than I thought. Wonderful, dearie me. I wish you could solve the problem for this puddle like you solved that puzzle. There's always a puddle here after it rains. Ah, did it rain yesterday then? One of my neighbors said it was raining in the middle of the night, yes. I don't know what she was doing up, mind you. It sounds like it was just a passing shower or two though. Rain in the middle of the night. I mean, that's not a very uncommon thing, but all right. Overnight rain is our final clue, so we're really getting close to the end. Okay, so there is that puzzle. We have gotten all the hints. Oh, case complete. If you're sure, have you come to a solution? Neither Kat, Ernest, or Cheryl noticed, but a sizable puddle in front of the Lucky Clover on Chancer Lane attests to a strong shower during the night. Solve it. Solve this case, I don't have anything better to do. I just wanna go for a third lunch. Aha, I've got it. I know what happened to the missing clock hand. You do? Indeed, this mystery is history. Who did it then, miss? All in good time, Ernest. We have to call Inspector Hastings first. You'll want to hear this, of course. In fact, yes, I should think the results of the forensic analysis will be ready by now. Ernest, could you trot over to the Scotland Yard and pick up a copy of the results? You mean the analysis of those samples they took from the scene? Yes, that's right. Once we have that, I'll explain everything. Ooh, this is very interesting. The case is unfolding.
It doesn't make any sense, Kat. Clock hands don't just go missing overnight.
Well, not necessarily. What if the hand melted during the night? That's a possibility.
No. Just no.
I wonder. Aha! Yes! The hand of the clock must have been an enormous wafer.
I knew
You're
it!
taking the biscuit.
Well, traces of a substance that could be wafer were found at the base of the clock
Put
tower.
me down.
I knew it, I got it right!
Tell me you're making this up, please.
The samples collected from the scene certainly could indicate a wafer-like material. It had me confused at first, but of course, wafer makes perfect sense.
Oh, yes. Wafer makes perfect sense for the kitty cat. But for the rest of us who aren't crazy, it's a bit hard to swallow.
It's the truth that's crazy, not me. Because the truth is stranger than fiction.
Really?
It's highly probable that the culprit is someone used to cooking cakes and pastries on a grand scale.
And we know someone
In
just
other
like
words,
that.
a confectioner. We're looking for a master wafer maker.
So let's go talk to Alex. Oh, here are the two brothers.
You
Oh.
again? What do you want now?
I forgot he was gonna talk.
Well, Mr. Lipsky, it's about the person responsible for the missing hour hand.
Eh?
It's you, isn't it?
What are you talking about? This is not fair. You can't pick on me. What evidence?
If it's evidence you want, how about this?
It's drawing of hand.
I believe you made this, didn't you? As a plan for your brother, who had you make a giant clock hand out of wafer biscuit.
It looks like they've been caught wafer-handed.
I was not enough careful. Like idiot, I made stew. I dropped the hand, and it was broken. Now Ambassador is coming, and we are in pickle.
So you came up with the idea of a wafer hand to buy you some time?
No, yes. It was only thing I could think of. But my Bratzy is not to blame. It was all my idea. Bratzy, no! I thought a plan, not you. Quiet, Alex. I told you just follow what I say.
It's really very charming.
But they're trying to take the blame for each other, so only one of them gets in trouble. That is sort of cute.
The idea of a giant clock hand made of wafer. It's a wonderful notion.
Still, I did not tell truth. I made big mistake. Now, I don't know what me and my Bratzy can do.
Oh, that's easy.
Easy?
Yes, make another one. We'll present your wonderful wafer clock hand to the ambassador as a gift. What foreign dignitary wouldn't be delighted by a life-sized replica of a piece of one of Britain's most iconic landmarks?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that'll work, but we still need to fix the actual clock hand. Oh, here he is. Seems like he liked it.
You British, you know how to entertain, huh? Whatever may happen, you will never exit our hearts.
So, Ambassador Fudafafa's visit went off like clockwork, and Britain's place as a friendly ally to its European neighbors was firmly reestablished. Well, isn't that great? All right, well, our first case is solved.
Oh, Miss Layton, you're amazing.
I can't believe it. That whole wafer thing, how wasn't that just a shaky dog story?
Ah, but you see, Shirl, the truth is always stranger than fiction.
All right, so let's save our progress so far. Looks like the truth really is stranger than fiction. So there we go, we got it done. I don't know if the next thing is going to start now. It might. How did you like the basket, Shirl? Was it comfortable sleeping in there? Yeah, thanks, Ernest. It beat sleeping on the street, that's for sure, or worse. Anything to stay out of the pound, out of Battersea. Well, if there's anything else at all you need, do let me know. I hear you're homeless at the moment, Shirl. You're welcome to live here at the office for a while if it would help. Yes, that would be a big help. This memory loss thing is a really rough deal. I don't know who I am or where I come from. I just suddenly found myself wandering the streets. That's the first thing I remember. Until you spotted one of our flyers and decided to enlist the services of the best detective in town. Yes, that was one of the leaflets I designed that you picked up, Shirl. Miss Layton had done absolutely no advertising at all since she set up here, you know. So I decided to take matters in my own hands, although we still haven't had any business, apart from a vagrant canine. Oh, well, excuse me for merely being man's best friend. Now, Shirl, I didn't say I was dissatisfied. In fact, I plan to use your dogginess to the full. You do? How? Actually, maybe I don't wanna know. By having you do what dogs do best, using your nose, following the scent of a villain from the scene of the crime, for example. Oh, I say, Miss Layton, what a champion idea. Yes, Shirl can perform police dog duties with his heightened sense of smell. He'll be a wonderful asset to the agency. I hate to rain on your parade, but this doggy's nose knows no notable smells at all. Sorry? That was too many no's. Are you telling us you can't smell anything? Not exactly, I mean I can smell things, but no better than a human can, I'd say. Really? Oh, what a disappointment. I was thinking I might actually find a use for you. Well, sorry, I'm such a letdown. Never mind, I'm sure Shirl will prove useful in other ways. Oh boy. Oh, the phone, get that, would you, Shirl? Why me? Well, if you can't help sniff out the truth, the least you can do is take phone calls for me. I'm a dog. I'll get it, it could be someone with a job for us. What can I set you working on, Shirl? You'll have to pay your way somehow. Cleaning the toilet, perhaps? Or filing? No, your pulse prohibits so many tasks. Oh, I've got it. You can be the Layton Detective Agency mascot. We'll stand you on prominent street corners, touting for business. Oh yeah, and I'll throw in a free massage as well. Oh, it looks like Ernest is finished on the phone. That was Inspector Hastings from Scotland Yard, miss. Inspector Hastings, does he have a new case for us? A murder, actually. Whoa, that got dark. A murder, a big case at last. Well, yes, except, well, it seems it's not that simple. The inspector said it was probably a murder, but might not be a murder. But actually, it seems it probably is a murder, maybe. It's not that hard. Did someone get killed by someone else or didn't they? I don't know, but the inspector wants you to meet him at Scotland Yard immediately. A murder that might not be a murder, but probably is a murder. Maybe. Well, it's certainly intriguing. I smell a mystery that needs unraveling. Oh, bother! What's the matter with you? It's the last day of the Riverside Festival, that's all. I had rather hoped to invite you to accompany me to watch the show this evening, Miss Layton. Oh yes, I'd forgotten the festival was on at the moment. What kind of festival is it? It's a London tradition. It takes place on the banks of the Thames. It's a hoot churl. There are street stalls serving food and drink and stage performances, and oh, it's all rather fun. It goes on for a whole week, but today is the last day. As the climactic finish to the festivities, tonight will be the Riverside Show of Devotion. Yeah, sounds like a real hoot. Oh, it really is. Lots of young men and women who are in love line up to the opposite banks of the Thames to face each other and declare their mutual love. What, in front of everyone else? Absolutely. They say the couples who declare their love at the Riverside Festival will find eternal happiness together, you see. Lots of eternal happiness going on. Really, I had no idea about that part of the festival. It's jolly romantic, don't you think? I was hoping to escort Miss Layton so we could watch the show together, but now... Didn't you say it happens every year? There's always next year then, isn't there, Romeo? Perhaps not actually. Numbers have been dwindling in recent years, you see. There are rumors that they might even abolish the festival altogether. This may very well be our last chance to experience it. I must admit, it does sound appealing. Really, the romance of it all gets to you too, does it, miss? Oh joy. Sorry, Ernest. It's the food and drink stalls you mentioned that have piqued my interest. Ruled by your hunger, not your heart. You should be a dog. Food at festivals always tastes better for some reason, don't you think? It's the atmosphere, I suppose. Oh yes, I couldn't agree more. It's sharing with someone special that really does it, isn't it? Yes, well, we mustn't keep Inspector Hastings waiting any longer, I suppose. Come along, you two. We need to pop over to Scotland Yard. Of course, miss. Why do I need to come? Because you need to earn your keep. You're getting free lodging here at my office, remember? Unless you prefer street corner advertising as we discussed before. I'll grab my lead. Humph. I'm starting to think I picked the wrong agency here. Okay, so this has been a long case, but case to murder on the Thames has begun. We will tackle this next episode as soon as I have a place to stop. I mean, maybe I could just stop here. I think I can. Oh no, it's closing all by itself. Wow, this place looks pretty fancy. So they're gonna keep talking. I think it's just gonna keep going and going. So I think I probably should have stopped where I was gonna save. We're gonna stop here. This is a lot of fun. Stay tuned to case 2, which will be next episode. But for right now, that is gonna wrap it up for today's episode of Layton's Mystery Journey, Katrielle and the Millionaires Conspiracy Deluxe Edition. Before you go, be sure to comment Zebra Mystery so now you've watched at the end if you were a Zebra-tastic viewer. Also subscribe to join the Zebra Herd. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.